Welcome to the DJ Spider podcast presented by Beatsource. Today, we got a good one for you. I'm sitting here with a man hailing from the south of France. So, of course, he has good taste in food. Of course, he has good taste in wine. Of course, he has good taste in music. All right? You know that. He's from France. He's from the south of France, to be specific. He may have started as a hip hop DJ and is secretly super dope at scratching. You might not know that. He's one of us, guys, okay? So tune in. But he's taken his career to new levels by producing music, including a house classic at this point, Soul Sacrifice, which I play in all my sets, and I love. Such a dope song. I have to get myself to not play it sometimes, but and all of his music has that amazing feel-good vibe. I love all the stuff he's put out. He's linked with heavyweights in the industry now, like Blondish, Armin van Helden, Diplo, Claptone, and MK, and has become one of Beatport's top-selling artists. He's now touring nonstop. Brush it off, baby, brush it off. He's touring nonstop now, playing sold-out shows. He just played EDC Mexico. Those videos were insane. He's doing huge shows at Lollapalooza, Snow Globe, The Shrine, The Palladium, and more. He won an EDMA award when he was out in Miami for his amazing radio show, Process Radio, which I'm sure you listen to. He's just launched his label, Process Records, which we'll talk about. And I am lucky enough to catch him once in a while at the Fleur Room in Hollywood. Please welcome to the show, Dombresky. Let's go!
What an introduction. Wow.
Thank
you so much.
I had to give it to you.
Thank you so
much respect. Thank you for coming in.
I appreciate it.
I love your music. I love your personality. I love what you bring to the music game. And thank you for taking the time to be here.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, of course.
Good.
Welcome to the Beverly Hills office of Beatport.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Beautiful studio.
Yes, thank you. So, yes, speaking of EDC Mexico, you just got back from there, right?
Yeah.
Not just, but like you just posted the video.
Yeah,
recap.
I just posted the full set on YouTube today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it
was
looked
like 2
super
months ago,
dope.
right? Yeah, 2 months ago.
Okay, well, time is blur right now.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
Yes. But it looked super dope. Like, it looked like you were able to really bring your personality and your music, and people ate it up and just loved it and vibed with you.
Yeah, they brought me on the main stage. I'm like, I'm playing house music, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I play house music on the main stage. That's
as you should.
And, they sounds like they liked it. So, that's cool.
They did. No, I loved it. Yeah, exactly. You're playing songs with real instruments, amazing soulful vocals, like feel good stuff, and not just the standard like EDM 3, 2, 1, dun, 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 kind of thing. So
no, yeah, I don't do that. But yes,
right.
Yeah, no. And the Mexican crowd is just amazing. Hands in the air all the time, jumping, but dancing. I love it. That was a wonderful time.
That's so great. Yeah, I was listening to your music just driving over here, and I know a lot of your songs, but I was going through the whole Spotify and stuff you have on Beatport and everything, and it's just like instant good mood music. Like, you feel good, and you're able to capture that good feeling through your songs, which I think is harder than people think. I think a lot of times when people sit down, they make a beat, sometimes it's dark or they don't know what they're doing, but you're really able to convey that feel good sound. Like, how do you do that? How do you capture that?
I mean, I like music that makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
So I try to relate this into my music.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I just hang in with the samples and try to find the good samples, switch it, put a vocal, chop the vocal. And there's a lot of techniques, but I love happy music. That's
right.
And groove, and with this little sound of disco, I love to add like this disco vibe into my music. Always grooving.
Right. Yeah, I love, like, on Soul Sacrifice, obviously I hear the De La Soul sample, and then even when you go to that break and it goes to like the break beat, hip hop break beat, and that one, the secondary part, and just like the horns, and I feel like I can play that track for any type of audience and they feel the vibe of it. It doesn't matter where it is. And hearing the De La Soul and the horn sample immediately caught my ear, because I'm like, oh, I love hip hop and I come from that world. I'm like, this person must come from there too, so.
Yes, that's funny, because I made this song in 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Always the best things happen so fast.
Oh, for sure. For sure. That's for sure.
That's crazy.
And I was in my little room in LA.
Yeah.
Cut the sample, make the loop, 1 minute. I was like, oh, there is something here. And I remember I called my friend who was upstairs. I was like, he has a good taste. I called him out. I was like, yo, am I tripping or there's a big vibe here? It was like, and he was very picky. He was a very picky friend and he told me like, no, this is fucking popping. So yeah.
So you knew that was it.
I knew there's a vibe, and then I played it. What was this festival again in LA? Countdown Festival.
Oh yeah,
Countdown Festival.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah, something like that. And I played it, and someone recorded in the crowd and posted, and everybody went crazy. And I knew like, and even when you play a song for the first time, and everybody goes crazy for the first time,
yes,
you know you have a win.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like it's magic,
right?
And it happened with this song, and I played for the first time, and people went crazy. I was like, oh. That's
amazing.
Cool.
Did you have to clear the samples?
It's a long story. It's a long story. Long story short.
There's no samples actually.
There's no sample in this.
So I was just wrong about that. But let's talk about your shows more. Currently, you were on the Liftoff tour.
Yeah.
And you've been traveling around doing that, and you have upcoming shows. I saw in like Canada and things like that. And you've got a huge show in Los Angeles at the Shrine coming up.
Yeah.
And so, just to dig into the Liftoff tour, like what's the inspiration behind the name, and is there any specific concept or theme behind the shows?
So the name comes from my song Liftoff,
right? Which I love. It's such a good feeling.
Thank you so much. And the idea of this tour was like to elevate the party, have like an energetic show.
Yeah.
Which for me was the first time I brought like a VJ, visual guy, a light guy, so a photographer, tour manager. So it's the first time for me to organize a tour like that, like a full production show. We have new visuals. And everybody is connected, so the show makes sense together.
Yeah,
with the lights, visuals, and when I can, because depending on the venue, I try to bring people on stage behind me to bring like also like this family vibe. If I can say that,
right?
And just elevate the party, win to the moon.
Yes, lift off to the moon.
I start this tour in January. It's going pretty well. I'm very happy. People are happy, and
that's great.
Last show in LA.
Yeah, so you end off in LA, and like you said, you bring different people for the family. Is there any surprises or things we can expect for the LA show that might be different?
I would be surprised for sure.
Okay,
surprise. The concept of surprise is that I can tell what it is.
Yeah, that's okay.
We finishing the little details of the stage because we're gonna for sure change the look of the Shrine.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's a big show, man. I did the Shrine 2 years ago with Noizu.
Right.
It was a back-to-back. I had less pressure because we spread we share the pressure with my friend, and now it's all on me. So it's a lot of things to take off, but it's part of the job, and I love it.
Yeah, you have to keep progressing, and with more progression comes more pressure. But it's good. I mean, and to be able to build with your own lighting person and have the show come off exactly how you want, almost like a theatrical production, rather than just someone that's like, oh, I'll try to figure out what you're doing. No, but
also what I do is like, I prepare my sets like the day before or the same day of the show.
Okay.
So the light guy never know what I'm going to play. It's never the same set. I never play the same set twice.
You don't? So all these shows, like you go night, every night you'll do a totally different, not totally, but I would say like, you'll try to change it.
It's like 50-50. There is some tracks that I have to play, my tracks, people are waiting for this, so
of course I
have to play them. But I love to change my set because he keeps me excited. So and DJ is my life, is my job, and it's a part of the excitement.
Right.
I need to stay excited about my own set.
Yes, if you're up there bored and you're pretending, people will feel it.
And you will feel it. I get bored. So one of the solution to keep me excited is to always change my set. I'm always looking for new music every day, and I like to wait the last minute to prepare I have a selection of the show of the set. I prepare a playlist and I just pick. And honestly, like when you DJ, like you can feel when a DJ is like freestyle,
Yes.
reading the crowd. That's what I do. That's what I like to do. Yeah.
I know. And as a DJ and as a producer and a music person, there's just those magical moments when you mix the songs and you didn't know it was going to sound like that, or you're figuring out a loop and you're doing it, and it just gives you that same rush as when you first started. And I feel like that's what really puts you, engaged with the crowd and connected with the crowd. And
So sometimes magic happens during a mix for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you but the hard thing about that is, like, it's one thing when you're like an open format DJ and you're like in the corner and you're like, oh, I'm going to change it up, and no one's staring at you. But everyone's coming to look right at you and be like, what are you doing? Like, you're a band. How can you keep your music organized or have it in a way where you can mix it on the fly and change it as you go, but still be engaged with the crowd and not be like staring at your USB,
Very good question. I have an intro. I like to just maybe come from my old vibe, but I have an intro all the time. So most of the time I take a vocal from my own track, mixing with a track that I love from the moment. It was too much. What I like to do is, like, I build my set like a movie, like scenario.
Yes.
So I'm starting very groovy to bring the people in the mood, not going too aggressive. Then what I do, I'm going up, like more tech house. Then I'm going back down with the more like soulful type of music, and then I finish with my own song. I like to finish with all my classic at the end of my set. That's what I do.
Right. Yeah. And just give the people what they want, so they finish on that high vibe and why they came.
I need to keep the excitement of playing new music at the beginning. I need to feel inside. Yeah. So if I start my set with my music that I play like 100 times, I'm like, okay. Right. I'm waiting for the last moment, and plus, also some people stay until they hear these songs. So it's one of the techniques to keep the people with me too.
I know.
But I'm waiting at the end of the set, and now, for example, Soul Sacrifice, I was playing Soul Sacrifice more at the end, but now since it's getting old, I play like in the first like 20 minutes. I put like everybody's happy, put like some energy, and then we can move forward.
Yeah, then we can do whatever we want. No one like, when he's going to play the song.
Exactly. No more phones and tell me what to do, play in the clubs. But that's funny because...
Oh my God. I know, I can't believe, like, I was in Vegas this weekend DJing. Oh
my God, in Vegas should be like crazy.
And I saw John Summit play at Live Beach Club.
Live.
And there's so many people with the phones still. And I'm like, this guy's such a huge DJ and he's still getting the like... play Bad Bunny, or I don't know what I couldn't even read it. That's the other thing. Hey, we can't read most of the time what you have.
We can read.
I can't see it.
We can see.
And they keep looking at themselves. Okay. And I'm like, yo, I can't see it.
I mean, it's fine. It's part of the nightlife.
But it's funny.
You know what is crazy? Is like some guys, they stay the full set. Like,
I know.
And sometimes, like, man, I saw you. Like, what you want me to do? Like, what I say, okay. And they stay like, just like, it's funny.
I know. And then sometimes I think they're just supporting. Like then I went Saturday night, and I saw Don Toliver, this rapper.
Yeah.
And there was people with their phones, and they would never put it down the whole show. And I was like, what are they saying? And then I finally read it, and it was just like the name of his clothing line. And they were just like, maybe they wanted to show him that they support him.
Or some cramp in the shoulder.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I've seen people film a whole concert before, and I'm like, what are you going to do with that? And I guess put it on YouTube. But
that's crazy. But it's a funny fact too. Like, so this weekend I played in, I did Chicago.
Okay.
Then Toronto, right? And we were talking about like changing the set and stuff like that. And in Chicago, it was a plus 18 show. So they are very young, right?
Yes.
So it gave me less possibilities of bringing some reference. I love to bring like vocals from all like classic house record.
Right.
But I know, unfortunately, these kids don't know this reference.
It could be their first time out.
For example, my set in Chicago was more tech house than usual, because I know like they love like big energy.
Yeah.
And then I went to Toronto the day after, and I saw like all the people, and then I can bring back some like old school references into my mix, which I prefer personally, because it gives me like more choice, and I love to go here and there.
Right. No, that's a good observation. And I mean, honestly, that comes from the fact that I think you're a real DJ, that has gone through an evolution of your DJ career, right? Yeah. And you've been every type of DJ in a way, right? So I know you started out DJing in France, right? Yes. And you started out as more of, I guess, what they would call open format DJ or hip hop DJ, right?
Hip Hop R&B, yeah.
Hip Hop R&B, yeah. And I know you're really good at scratching. I saw a video of you. I was surprised. I was like, oh, wow, he's killing it.
I did some, I mean, not that much, but I did like some, like the DMC. I didn't do DMC, really? But I was Gemini. You know the Gemini, yeah, the brand Gemini?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. They did like a competition.
Their own competition.
I did a little bit of this, yeah.
Really?
Back in the day.
Okay, I could tell. I was like, oh, he's doing it.
I loved it. I loved it so much.
A lot of French DJs, I feel like, have the background in hip-hop. I mean, hip-hop's always been so influential and so huge out there, you know.
The hip-hop is very important in France.
Right. And even so many of the samples in the dance music, you know, come from funk and hip-hop and disco and all of the music that's all related in that.
Correct.
You know. So you started out there, and you eventually moved to America, to Miami, right?
Yeah, you crossed like 10 years of my life in 2 seconds.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let's go back. Well, I didn't know how much you want to go into it, but no, tell us, please. No.
A lot of things like, for 10 years, I was like a hip-hop R&B DJ in France, made some mixtape,
amazing,
some radio shows. A lot of things happened, man. That was a long journey. And then in 2015, I moved to Paris because I'm from the south of France.
Okay.
Then I was friend with this guy, Azar, DJ Snake, Chami, Mala. Because I met DJ Snake in 2003, 2004 because he was selling records in a store in Paris, vinyl records, you know.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He was also selling mixtape. So I was selling my mixtape and he heard my mixtape. Was like, oh, that's cool. Then we became friends. And then when he blew up, we are like good friends.
Yeah.
So wait, I went too far. So Paris, learn how to make music because I was done with the hip hop as a DJ.
And why did you make that transition? Like
because I had like I knew DJ would be my life. That's the only thing I can do. I think I'm not bad at it. So this is my life. But I realized like being a hip hop and R&B DJ closed a lot of doors. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need it for like you can be a resident, like you can be like playing in a lot of clubs. But right. I had like more expectation and wanted to play in all around the world.
Right.
And it's very hard as a resident DJ, hip hop R&B to play all around the world. And
right. Yeah.
It's very hard. So I was like, what can I do? Making my music, and house music was always around my life with Daft Punk and all the French house influences. And so in Paris, we rent studio just near like Snake and Chami. So they are inspiring us. So it was very inspiring. And I signed my first record on Chami's label.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Confession. Wait, that was a single. And then he gave me the chance to find an agent in America. And one day we were like, let's move from France. Because I knew France because of my background as a DJ. I knew what to expect. And it was cool, but I needed to see something else.
Yeah.
And we just decided to move with 2 friends of mine.
Wow.
Like no money. I didn't know how to speak English at all.
That must have been really hard.
That was insane. So we chose to go to Miami because same again, Chami and Mercer and Snake they were living in Miami. So we thought if we move there, they will help us. But they were never. We realized when we were there, like they will never be there because they are always touring.
Oh,
so it was just us in Miami, like trying to make music.
Yeah.
Where are our friends? But it's okay. I don't blame them at all. They were like super busy. And then after 6 months, I realized Miami was great, but I didn't build any contact, no networking, nothing. Mm. So I decided to go to LA and like find all the Insomniac family, all the promoters, all the agents, all the DJs, promoters, and then from there, like everything starts.
Right. Right.
If you understand me here.
No, totally. Very clear. No, it sounds great. So Miami was your place to sort of get used to America a little bit, but
Yeah.
realized it wasn't going to pop off there, and then you came to LA and really had the opportunities all around.
Miami was like not too far from France,
Right.
You know, there's a lot of French people in Miami too.
Yes, it's very
but
international.
like, let's go, but not too much. You know
Yes.
what I mean? But there is a wonderful club scene in Miami. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's better in Miami than LA, personally.
Yeah,
But-
yeah, it is. I mean,
But
it's all night.
as if you want to build like your name as a DJ, Miami is not the good place for that. I mean,
Yeah.
back in the day, it was in 2017. Maybe it changed a lot since then. But all the like I said, all the agents and stuff, they're here. They're in,
right.
They're in LA.
That's true.
Then I changed my management, find a new management, and make more records until 2019 when I do like Soul Sacrifice and Simple Eat.
Yeah.
It was a good year. And what I like to say is like I put a lot of energy into my set. So
Yes.
I feel like my set helped me a lot to get more famous because that was my thing. Maybe when I arrived from France, maybe I added like something different that usual in America. That maybe helped me to
Right. Yeah, you think maybe people saw your DJ sets and talked, spread the word and talked about it because it was different than everything else they had been seeing.
I remember that was Snake told me was like, work on your set. Like this is so important. You have to crush your set all the time. I was like, okay. I was like, no, this is serious. Like people are talking in America. Like if they like someone live, they want to spread the word. That's very important to work on your set. I was like, okay, I got it. And yeah.
That's interesting. So then in what ways did you work on your set that you learned that worked and made it better?
Like I said, building like a scenario set.
Yes.
Intro,
Like a movie.
climax, chill, your song, outro.
Right.
That's what I do.
Yeah, and have those edits that, like you said,
I
watch the crowd, but the ones that can reference the older things, mix it with your song, and just connect.
I like vocals, so what I do, most of the time I almost edit all the songs, but like I cut some parts of songs like sometimes are too long. I like to play a song like for like 3 minutes 30, 4 minutes maximum.
Right.
I don't go more than that. So I like to edit everything on Ableton. Depends also if it's a big festival or it's just a club. If it's just a club, I like to just play new stuff.
Right.
But when it's a festival, you have to work on your set, like very like kind of edit your set.
Yeah. Because it has to fit in the
It has to
exact
fit,
time
like,
period.
This is that surprised me. I was not ready for that. But yes, when you do big festival, it's like you have 60 minutes, not 61.
Right.
So if you have an intro, you have to play your song, you have to play new music, and you have to play an outro. You have to be sure it's 60 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to prepare.
So that one you have to practice.
You have to practice and prepare yourself.
And edit and get it all together.
All the songs, even my songs I edited.
Right. And you're in between other big artists, so you can't necessarily play their songs.
There's no like one more song. No. You have to leave the stage. Yeah.
I know. And how do you know? Do you even know who you're going to be in between, or like, so you make sure you don't play other people's music?
Of course, I check it out, but that's funny. But the music I play, I never play before or after them.
Right. It's different from them anyway. Like you said, you do house music.
Yeah.
And you're able to blend the EDM energy, but keep the house music.
That's what I try to do.
Feeling,
that's my goal, yeah.
And I feel like you're very good at it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's what I try to do, yes. So most of the time, nobody plays the music I play.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it so much. Because that is the thing in EDM. A lot of them will just play the same, dun, 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 dun. It's like every single DJ, some with a different vocal over that song.
Yeah. But for sure, if I see like, a name like who's familiar to my music, for sure I will not play the song from him.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And so, like, can we dig in a little bit more, like, when you came to LA and you started your career like that, and you really wanted to change from being, the hip hop and R&B DJ into the producer, were there any other things you had to do to make that change? I mean, would you not do those type of gigs anymore and just produce these records and sort of work with your agent to book the right gigs?
The chance you have because I changed my name. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, change my name was one of the most difficult decisions to take.
How did you make that decision?
It took me 1 year and also I have my friends who just did it. My friend Azar that I mentioned.
Right.
We did the same stuff before. He was a mainstream DJ. And he did like trap music, so he was like more like aggressive, like totally different stuff. But
yeah, his stuff's
just
hard.
Super hard.
But I can always hear the hip hop influence in it.
Yeah.
And he even has scratching sometimes.
But so he came from the same world as me, like mainstream bottle clubs and stuff. And he changed it, and he worked. I was like, oh damn,
right?
This shit works. This is crazy. And so it was very inspiring. And yeah, you have to change your name, and also like have all this year behind me, teach me which mistake I should not do again. So
yes.
I learned by my mistakes what I did. So when you had the chance to change your name, sorry, my English is very confusing.
No, it's great. It sounds good.
when you take this decision, you don't make the same mistakes. So I did that, so now you know where to go. You have a plan.
Yeah,
because you have the experience. That's why I really appreciate what I do, because I'm not losing my mind. I'm very cool, pragmatic guy, because I have experience. I can lose my mind. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have some background behind me.
Right.
But changing my name was one of the most exciting things to do. It's so good. You know what you want. You know what music you want to play. You know what type of place you want to play. You know how you learn how to say no to, because it takes time. I know it takes time for some artists to say no.
Saying no is one of the biggest
it's a luxury.
Steps.
It's a luxury, and I get that it's hard to say no, but when you take this decision to change your name, you have to also to learn how to say no, and I say no to a lot of things. Yeah. And it brings you to the place you wanted to be.
That's true. If you keep saying yes, you're just being guided by the things that are coming to you. But if you say no, you can guide your own way and create your own destiny.
Even in terms of music, no, I don't want to release this song. But it's not, no, because it's not what I wanted to do. So, yeah, it's very good to say no.
Right.
Say no helps me a lot.
Do you have any other advice or insight into how DJs would develop their brand identity after they change the name and, like you said, say no to some gigs and create sound they want? Are there any other things?
I mean, the music is the most important.
Right.
I remember when I started, I was all day in front of my laptop, Ableton, try to learn.
Yeah.
Tutorial. I made my advice for the young producers is try 3 demos a day.
Yeah.
Not the full song, do 1 or 2 minutes. Do this every day. And after a few weeks, few months, depends your level for sure. Yeah. But you're gonna have some good stuff. And from 1 demo, from 20 demos, it's gonna be very good.
Right.
And you pick the good one, and you release it. And today I would recommend if no label wants your music, just release by your own.
Right.
And for sure now you have to be good on social media and all this stuff. It's different conversation. But
I liked your social media promotion of the shrine where you got run over by the car. At first I thought, I was like, is he posting a video a bad something? And then you go, hey, I'm at the shrine. You're on the ground. But it was so good. It was so fast. And I got the message right away. I didn't even flick off the thing. So I feel like you really nailed the
Thank you so much.
Controversy, humor, information.
It's just when you say that, it reminds me, even years ago before TikTok, I already did this type of video.
Right.
So it was always my thing, to.
Yes, you've always had a personality.
To create a little something cool. It's also art at the end of the day.
Yes, it is.
It's art. So now TikTok for sure is trending, and you have to follow some trends formula. But I love movies too. So I love image.
Yeah.
You have to mix image, music, personality,
right,
in the same time. It's a tough word. It's not impossible.
But yeah, exactly. And it's just like anything else with DJing, you can find the parts that you like in it and approach it. So same with social media. You can find, if you like comedy and movies, and you can add that in
Yeah.
social media. It doesn't always have to be like, here's how I made this track. I took the bass, you know, and just so serious and boring.
No.
You know?
There is some fun way to do it.
Yeah.
There is a way to not look like a clown,
Right.
which is important for me. I always try to be like sarcastic a little bit. No, I
Yeah.
love sarcasm.
Yeah.
There is good way to do. There is some people they don't need to do that. It's good for them.
Right. That's true.
That's amazing. But some other like me, you have to
Yeah.
to take everything you can do.
But it helps you release your, or, you know, convey your personality to
Yeah.
people. But if you back it up with really high quality music, then it's the perfect combination. It's like Diplo and Dylan Francis and people like that. They're able to make funny videos, not be so serious, be sarcastic,
Yeah.
but come out with great
Yeah.
music, and it keeps going.
I
And
mean,
that's what you do.
I think I'm happy guy in general in
Yeah.
life. Like, why I will not show it? You know what I
Right.
mean? It's cool. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool. As soon as I keep my dignity, you know what I mean? That's
Yes.
really important for me. Like, it's fun. That's cool.
Yeah. Don't,
Yeah.
not, you know, sell yourself out. No
Be
integrity.
careful of what you say. But yeah, you know what I mean?
Don't, nothing, no.
But yeah, you have to. You have to. Yeah. Yes.
You have to be careful what you say also.
Of course.
Don't
It's a-
say the wrong thing.
And to go back to the young producer,
Yeah.
produce a lot of music, and now with the magic of internet, you can release your music by your own.
Right.
You can communicate by your with the social media. It's very a lot of possibilities now.
Right.
And I see like a lot of I'm thinking about Omnom and I don't know why they come to my head now. It's super funny on social.
Right.
It's super cool, like finding the good sense of humor.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Like John Summit is very good on Twitter.
Yes.
So your personality is also important,
It's huge.
and you have to show it.
Yeah.
And if you're not an interesting guy, make a fantastic quality music.
Exactly. Or put a helmet on.
Yeah, exactly.
That works for some
true.
people. And also, I mean, you talked about changing your name, but you have also another alias, Disco Dom, that you come out with to maybe make more disco-y type music, or what's that? You know, what's the goal of that alias?
That's thanks for mentioning. That was no goal. I'm going to tell you what happened. EDC Las Vegas 2021.
Yeah.
I had 5 sets in the weekend. Yeah, 5 sets. So I was like, okay, main stage, I'm doing pure Dombresky. Hardcore, I'm doing like more housey, 90s type of vibe that I like. I love.
Right.
Another one maybe was a back-to-back, I don't remember. And then the last one was the camp. You know, they have a camp in EDC.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's...
Yeah, they're going
And
sleeping
they have
outside.
and before the festival opens in the afternoon, they have like a pool party. And the day before, I swear to God, I was like, I cannot do that, the same stuff. Like, what can I do? Like, and boop, I don't know, this idea come from the sky. I don't know what I was like, oh, let's do a disco set. I swear to God, like that. Let's do a disco set. And I was with a friend of mine. She was coming the same day, Sienna. And she was like, I told her, oh, let's do this. And she said, oh, I have a hat, a disco hat. I was like, oh, bring it to me. I swear to God. And since I have all this folder for my old life as a DJ, I keep the Serato playlist.
Yeah.
I'm still using Serato. I love this software and for my hip hop and stuff. And I have like a disco folder. I was ready to go.
Oh,
and so
amazing.
I just transferred the stuff on record box, and it went crazy. And that was one of the most fun set of my life. I was like, oh, that was interesting. Then a few months after, nothing. Few months after, I was like, let's throw a pop-up, like last minute party.
Yeah.
Invite only at Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in LA. Same. 2 days, I don't even remember if I put a story or not. It was like so many people. And I post the live set on YouTube. That's the first live set.
And that's that venue for people that don't know. You look like you're in the 70s, the floor and the
perfect.
You get transported to a different time in that venue, and it's small, so it's nice. You probably
it's
get
amazing. There's
crazy.
the disco rainbow
floor
on the floor. It's amazing. I went there last night, by the way.
You did?
To see a Salute DJ.
Oh, okay.
That was amazing.
Nice.
And then what happened? I did this disco, and then I feel like people liked it a lot, and we're like, maybe we should think about it. And then what happened next? A-Track invite me to play at this Fool's Gold party in Miami, but I already have some set around as Dombresky. I was like, oh, are you be down to do like a disco dome stuff instead of Dombresky? So yeah, for sure. So I did that. Same, get dressed, hat, boom, boom, disco, classic, only classic. At the beginning, I only played like classic disco.
You play remixes or just the original?
All these first sets was like very like pure like classic.
Wow.
Mainstream, almost mainstream disco.
Yeah.
Because I just played like I didn't prepare anything. I was like freestyling. And after this iTrack stuff, I was like, oh, this is serious. We can do something cool. And then Coachella happened. I don't know if you heard about the story.
No.
I had this set as Dombresky, and I was supposed to close the Do-Lab stage on a Sunday night at the same time as Frank Ocean.
Oh, okay.
And Frank Ocean canceled. Remember that? I mean, he was like 1 hour late or 2 hours late.
Right.
And
there was a lot of controversy.
It happened that they closed every stage of the festival for him. And it means like 20 minutes before my set, there was nobody at Do-Lab, like 5%. I was like, okay, it's gonna be whatever, but be happy to be here. It's fine. Then my tour manager came back like 15 minutes before my set, white like the wall. Say, bro, they want you to start the set before Frank Ocean doesn't show up. I say, what? What? And then in 5 minutes, it became the most packed stage.
Everyone
on stage.
That's
Everybody
amazing.
left Frank Ocean stage crowd and came to my stage.
Wow.
And it was the craziest stuff of my life. Then after that, we were like, okay, let's do a small tour in America. Then we did in June last year. We did like New York, Los Angeles, San Diego, San Francisco, and Miami. Announced in one day, sold out in one day. It was not a big club. It was like 600 capacity, something like that. Sold out in one day. I said, well, people are really interested into this stuff.
That's amazing.
So now, I have Disco Dome, who's for now is sleeping because Dombresky is on tour for sure.
Of course.
But he will come back very soon with some surprise. Yeah.
And you have releases under that. You can look it up.
I released an EP, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's just for fun. No pressure. It's such like a mind, how you say that? Like, so just refreshing to do something without any pressure.
Yeah.
It's just for pleasure. And even the EP, I just like did it by pleasure.
Right.
And I get dressed, did some photo shoot with like super cool photographer from LA and stuff. It's just cool. I just have some fun with this. And it's so good.
That's a good lesson to everyone too in the up-and-coming DJs is even if you do start to become successful or you get in one thing, don't forget to have fun and do things for fun and for pleasure because you don't know what that could lead to. We all started doing this because we just wanted to have fun. We started practicing DJing and listening for fun.
Private parties.
And it led to this. Exactly. So don't lose that. Anytime you're so serious or you're stressed out about your career, just go back to why you started and you don't know what could come from it.
And Disco Dome was the best opportunity for me to remind me this. Yeah,
yes.
Exactly.
Oh, that's huge. That's inspirational and so good to hear. And so what about like, you tour around and DJ, but are there other ways that like DJs can have revenue streams or make money? Like I know you're starting a record label. It's probably not exactly to make all the money. I mean, I know it's to release your own music and then eventually release other people's music. But are there other ways that DJs make money besides just touring?
I mean, there is the merch for sure.
Yeah.
The merch, you can make a lot of money with the merch.
Right.
Yeah.
You sell a lot of merch at the shows.
I sell a lot of merch, yeah. At shows, now. During my tour.
Right. Sell the Disco Dom hat.
Not yet. But yeah, you can make some money with the merch. You can make some money. I just get like a check from TikTok.
Oh, really?
It's crazy. Yeah.
Because your song is being used in other people's videos.
Crazy. Yeah.
Wow.
And
it was like a substantial check?
Not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Like, not crazy money. But I was like, I never received this from YouTube or
Interesting.
Yeah.
And that was recent.
It's very recent, yeah.
Recent. Maybe that's in reaction to them, all the other things
I know what happened is like, it's also like a part of my management.
Yes.
They submit my music to corporation who they submit to TikTok.
Yeah.
And then TikTok can use your song as a commercial. So you have like a You have
a business can use it as a commercial.
Yeah, you have the choice to use like regular music for your videos, and then you can use like commercial music,
right?
And you have like a charts. And I was like number 6 with Sample It. So all the brands, like big brands, use my songs.
And they have to pay for it.
And I guess, yeah.
somehow the money gets
they
collected.
have to pay. I don't know if it's the views they did.
And then
with
they
my
have to
songs,
pay out, right?
Or if it's them who have to. I think it's just the views, yeah.
Yeah.
The views, yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's crazy. And what about like work-life balance? You know, like we're always trying to like grow and do more things. How do you relax? Like how do you not work?
When you tour a lot, the only thing you want to do is nothing.
I know.
So I come back home, cook, watch movies, playing games a little bit,
right?
See my friends, very important. It's very good to see your friends. Just go to dinner and have some parties with my friends. That's very important for me. Yeah.
And is there like an advantage or disadvantage to putting your music out through someone's record label versus doing it yourself, or even having your own record label?
What I will recommend today, if you have to sign your music into a label, means your label is going to help you. So it means like you're going to use the image and the brand of the label.
Right. And the association.
And the
cosign.
Exactly. Always don't sign a track on a random label just to say my track is signed.
Right.
Because most of the time, they're not going to do much as you can do by yourself as a promo. And so, I mean, that's my perception. Like, I like to, if I sign my track to a label, it means I will use the brand of the label, and it's going to help me to make my names grow.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And if sometimes I have some songs like I don't see any label who's gonna fit with this song.
Yeah.
So I prefer to just leave my release by myself and leave the full process of the release.
Right.
Soul Sacrifice, no label.
Oh wow! Yeah. You just put it out, and it went viral. And like you said, someone filmed it, and you knew.
Future Mastic was on Insomniac. What else I have on my label? I don't remember right now. But as soon as I can, and I don't see my music fitting on this label music, I love to release by my own. I think it's so cool to release music by my own.
Yeah, that's interesting because I think people just want to let me put this on Mad Decent or something, but it may not be the right thing for them.
Of course. And it's Melly Melo. I don't know if you remember this song. Melly Melo is on my own label too. The label they also have to propose you like a nice promo, like what they're going to put on the table.
Yeah.
I don't want to,
Right.
People have to help the artists. We can't forget that.
Yeah.
It's not only for them, it's also for the artists. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's a 50-50.
Right. And so what about like at your gigs, you know, you were saying that you had learned from the mistakes of the past. What were some of those mistakes or things that happened in the past that you've learned from, maybe failures or things that
the biggest lesson from when you come from the mainstreams? Oh my God, I'm not going to find the word for that, but I choose the music I play.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. It's not only for the. How can I say that?
You're not catering to the people. You're choosing what you think is the right thing for them, or you're not controlled by the.
I don't do whatever. It's my music. If you don't like my music, I'm sorry.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you don't go see another DJ, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I will not like play some music just to make you to make you feel better.
Right.
Like
you want to stand on business. You want to be your own self.
Because there's the difference as a mainstream DJ, you play the music that the people want.
Yes.
And when you building your brand, you play the music that you want.
Yeah.
That's the biggest difference. Yeah.
That's true. What about at gigs? Like, did you ever have a surprising thing happen at any of your gigs, or just a crazy moment, or have some crazy stories of like an unexpected thing happening at any of your shows?
Like right now, it's hard to say.
Right.
I have this funny fact, like sometimes some people, some interview ask me like, did you make like crazy mistakes or like when you're DJing? The most famous mistake comes to me is like when you're touring and you change city every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think you're in the city and then it happens to me to sing like, hello, New York, and I'm in Chicago. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is the
and everybody goes,
everybody like, what the heck? It's, oh, sorry.
They start booing you.
Yeah, because your head's still in the other city and you're tired and
right.
It can happen. Crazy stuff like that. I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nothing comes to my head right now. One of the craziest, like when the Coachella one is like one of the most crazy. I never saw a stage became full like at this short moment from 0 to
like the Do Lab one.
20,000. I don't know how many. But that was
that sounds
crazy experience.
Insane. What about like celebrity encounters? Like, have you crossed paths with people you never thought you would meet or interact with celebrities like that?
Back in the day, with my different name, I played for Madonna.
Oh, okay.
So I met in Germany. Yeah, I played for Madonna in the club in Germany. She wanted me to come and play for her.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the crazy stuff.
That's huge.
Yeah, that was fun.
And so, what about like, you have so much going on now, obviously, and you've accomplished so much. And, we actually should get into a little more before I ask this stuff is your Process Radio and then your Process record label. Like, can you tell us about the radio show, how that came about and what your goal with that is?
I had a radio show back in the day.
Okay.
I always love radio. I think it's great. It's the best way to show like new music, new people, new artists.
Yeah.
And I just love it. I just love the format.
Right.
And this is something I really love. I put a lot of energy into this show. I hope people likes it.
Yeah.
And it's just like you cannot release all this music. You're not a label.
Right.
So a radio show is like a small label. You just show the music
True.
to the people. And I just love it. Yeah.
And so for the record label, what's your goal with that?
So the record label from now is like I said before, when I don't see my music fitting on any other label, I'm very proud and happy to sign by my own.
Yes.
So not depends on any label. I control the promo, I control the stream, I control also the royalties, I control everything. But after my tour, after all the stuff I have to do, I'm going to focus on my label and start to sign other artists. Yeah.
Right. Find artists that work that you want to promote
Exactly.
and that the sound that you think is new and fresh and exciting.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
So
great.
Yeah, the music I like, the music I play too.
Right.
Because now with the radio show, I receive so much music
sure.
from a super talented artist. And my next goal is to put some lights on these kids. I would love to do that. Yeah.
Where do you go digging for music? Like you get sent all of that stuff. Are you able to go through it, or do you go on Beatport, or do you just go through your promos, or how do you dig through all that?
I do both. I do. So I have this Dropbox link when people can just drop like promo.
Oh, cool.
It's on my website. There's a link at the bottom. I do that. There's also like there's a lot of Instagram page who post like some. They do their own selection on Beatport.
Right.
I think about ID track something.
Yeah.
So they do like every week they do like a 10 selection.
Like a playlist.
Yeah, a playlist. So it helps me to have like a pre-selection.
Right.
Because there is so many releases now, so you have to find some trick to go fast.
Yeah.
So sometimes I go from Instagram page like that, see the title, go on Beatport, download. Also, I receive a lot of promo from some friends.
Yeah.
Like a lot of producer, and now I'm more close with label owner who send me some promo too. I'm also on in-flight promotion, Your Army, stuff like that.
Right.
So the goal for me is to find like the good songs who are not released, like that people get more excited.
Of course.
I love that. And I do that.
And then you can do your own edit with it, like you were saying.
Yeah, I love that.
And so what about like going forward? Do you have any other long-term goals as a DJ or producer, or plans or things you're trying to manifest? Or?
Yeah, label it's a big goal for me.
Yes.
like I said before, I focus my career a lot in America from now, and I just started to go back to play in Europe. To play in Europe now since 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't play in. Now it's funny because now I start to have some gigs in Europe.
Right.
During summer at Ibiza and stuff like that. So now my goal would be like to focus also outside of America.
Yeah.
Because I love America a lot, but
right.
I just want to see something else.
Yeah, and I think it's a big challenge to come here and do what you did. It's a huge accomplishment. And then now to be able to go back home and funny. Say, look, I did it, and it's me now. This is the new me, you know,
it's funny,
and grow worldwide. Yeah. And all of the things you're doing, I think, will add into that. Are there any other things beyond DJing and producing that you have goals for, or like creative ventures or other things?
I don't know, like maybe a family, something like that you're talking? I don't know.
Family or clothing line or I don't know, anything. Make a movie. You love film.
I make a movie on TikTok every day. No,
yes, you do.
Yeah, I mean, like I would love to be able to do what I like right now, being DJ for a long time because I really love that.
Right.
I never really worked in my life, so that's the only thing I can do.
Yes.
I'm just kidding, but I can do other stuff. But yeah, like be able to continue and like discover new music, making music too, like making good music. That's the goal. My goal is to make good music that I love, that when I release it, I will be able to listen to it 5 years after and say, oh.
Yeah, you're so good at that.
I'm still loving this song. I try to make some timeless music the best I can.
I think you're one of the people doing that. You know, like I listen, like you said, Soul Sacrifice, some of those songs, they're in my set always. They don't sound old ever. I mix them with new things. I mix them with old acapellas. Like I'll do different mixes with some of your songs, and going through them, they do have a timeless essence to them.
That's the best compliment you can tell me, man. And
well, it's true.
That's the goal. That's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Like music, you will not be tired of it.
That's great.
And yeah, I don't know, like be happy, discover a new country, new culture, traveling a lot. I love traveling too.
Yeah, traveling's the best. That's the best way to learn. And
I love meeting people. I love humans all around the world.
Me too.
That's what I like, and eating good food and be in good health.
What's your favorite? You got a favorite food out there, or
I love Thai food. I love.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love Thai.
Nice.
Before I said like Italian food, but now I try to avoid gluten. So it's on my past now.
Okay. Yeah. You're very LA now. Avoid the gluten.
No, you know what's funny is because I never had any problem with gluten in France, and we eat a lot of bread, but I think it's
different here.
It's different here.
They put chemicals.
Exactly.
What are they doing?
I don't want to put.
They're trying to kill us.
Let the baguette alone, man.
Exactly. That's the hashtag.
Yeah.
Leave the baguette alone, please.
There's something, my body doesn't react well to this, so I just.
That's so interesting. Wow. Yeah, my sister's a baker, and she cooks bread and all that, and then she became like gluten-free, like celiac disease somehow. I don't know how either. So something's going on here.
Yes.
I don't know. Well, before we get out of here, you already honestly gave some great advice to up and coming DJs, and I think anyone listening to this will get a lot out of it. But do you have any other messages you want to say to up and coming DJs or producers, or just say something to the people?
Don't give up. Oh yeah, I would like to say that it's also showing, like, the social media culture show you like that it can be easy and can go fast. Everything is easy and fast. It's not true. You can also take your time.
Yeah.
And building a nice career can take time.
Yeah.
Can take time. And even everything is going very fast today, it's also good to take your time to make the good choice. Don't do stuff you don't want to do. And it takes time. Also, it's good to take your time.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Patience,
and best advice: don't give up. That's real. It sounds like easy, but I'm the perfect example of the guy who didn't give up.
That's true.
And nobody helps me. I did by myself. Like, you know what I mean,
right?
I have to take the good opportunities and never give up. Making music, be good on social, and if you can open for some DJs, send new music. Also, send your music to some label, even if they don't respond to you, doesn't mean they didn't hear it.
Yeah,
I cannot respond to every kid who send me the music.
Right.
I'm sorry about that, guys, but I wish I could. But I listen to it.
Right,
I listen to it, and When it's very, very good, I reach them on DM for sure.
Right.
I love to do that. But I can respond to anybody. But keep sending your music to everybody, to DJs. I will be the first DJ who would like to play your music, even if you have no names.
Yeah.
It's all about the music.
Right.
So if your music is great and I feel I can play it, I will play it, if you're famous or not.
Right.
Yeah.
That's great. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's the DJ Spider podcast presented by Beatsource. Make some noise for Dombresky. Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
All right. We'll see you soon. Peace.